Welcome to the pickup filmed on location of the North Shore of Oahu during the Vans Triple Crown of Surfing. I'm Tiff Cazalis with Ashton Gungas, and today we are with our dear Aussie friend, this professional chiller, Harry Bryan.
I'm back. It's been a big week, I think for everyone. It's like a battle of the fittest when we get into the last dying weeks. These events are just night after night. I don't know who put them back to back like that, but I'm chipping away and I'm doing good.
Let's step into some news. With the Billabong Pipe Masters upon us, we caught up with a few of the best in the world to get some insight on the world title race.
Of the title contenders, I would say Kolohe's probably impressed me the most. Yeah, he's had some really good results. Like myself, we just haven't had a win this year.
I mean, you got Gabe, who he's won pipe, he's done so good here, won the title here a couple times.
Gabe has a really good chance, just because we all seen what he can do in this back half of the year. But mentally, after what happened in Portugal,
it's really hard to pass up Gabe. He's so crafty competitively, but not in Portugal.
So he's gnarly. He could easily win the world title. And then the fifth guy, Philippe.
And then you got Felipe's in there with a chance.
I haven't really seen him on any like crazy big, 12-foot pipe waves or whatever, but the kid, he'll go. Like he loves to surf. I feel like he's willing to just die and live for surfing.
And then you got Italo, who's...
I feel like Italo could have won the title already.
For him to be in this situation, he should, you know, I wonder what his mindset is like. You know what I mean? He's a little lucky to be in that position right now. And so he should just like use that as like take pressure off.
Right now, you're on like almost vacay mode. If I was him, I'd be with my chick, walking the beach like Andy used to do.
I would like to think we live in a world where the people who work the hardest succeed the most. Yeah, it'll put the work in and look where he's at.
If there's a lot of opportunity, you can almost guarantee that he's going to be 2.7s.
he sends it.
The more he catches waves, the better his scores get.
And he's got a lot of energy, so I feel like that's really good for pipe, because getting a lot of waves out there, I think, is a good strategy.
And Jordy got some nice waves out here the other day. Yeah. When there was, I mean, we don't know what the pipe's going to be like, but hopefully it's good. And
yeah, no, Italo could easily win the world title as well as everyone else. And then it's almost like, can John win the world title still? If he won this contest, he wouldn't win the title. Damn.
The forbidden love affair between Jordy Smith and John Peyser's surfboards.
We're told that after John Peyser told him that he wouldn't shape him boards, that his manager, Damien Farrenfort, got a quiver that Jordy took a fancy upon and stole 2 of them that he's been riding at pipe over the last couple weeks that are camouflaged, but he's not fooling anybody. The Pipe Masters gets underway this week, and the man that one commenter described as the love child of Mason Ho and Maroon 5's Adam Levine, Mikey Ciaramella, is topless in his bunker with an update.
All right, there's too much to cover, so I'm gonna get through this quickly. Just do your best to stay with me. Zeke Lau's collision case has been heard and most likely denied by the WSL, so if he wants to requalify for the 2020 tour, he'll need at least a quarter at Pipeline. Similarly, the 3-thumbed Kauaian Sebastian Zietz is also facing elimination if he doesn't get at least a 9th. Meanwhile, in order for Morgan Sibilic to maintain his 2020 slot, David Silva can't fall out of the CT top 22. It should also be noted that any C-tier can requalify at Pipe with a win, even Ricardo Christie, who's failed to get over a 17th all year long. John Florence has revealed that he will surf at Pipeline, making Slater's Olympic requirement that much more difficult to achieve. Slater needs at least a quarter to get past John, but that requirement will likely increase. On the bright side, Slater is still in the lead for the Vans Triple Crown Boomer of the Year award. Brazilian-wise, Felipe needs to beat either Gabby or Italo at Pipe to get himself into the Olympic slot. I personally think he's got it in the bag, but let's see what the Ouija wheel has to say. You know, it's a shame, but the Ouija wheel has spoken. As far as the world title race goes, it's really quite simple. If Gabby or Italo win the Pipe Masters, they will win the world title. If Italo gets second, Jordy cannot win. If Gabby gets second, Felipe must win. Meanwhile, Kolohe's watching for flying pigs, as he needs both Gabby and Italo to lose before the quarters and Jordy and Felipe to lose before the semis, while he must simultaneously win his first CT event. And do we mention that Jaws might run on Thursday?
In a genius North Shore marketing power move, California-based Super 73 Bikes has flooded the team houses with high-profile, low-impact transportation.
bikes. It was like overnight, all of a sudden, everyone on the North Shore was riding around on these electric bikes.
Have you seen Jay Davies on his?
Yeah, he makes it look like it's a little kid's bike.
Nice bike, huh?
There's been some casualties in the Vans house. Little Jet Schilling came back the other night, covered in blood.
Riding in the dark to going all the way to Foodland. I didn't see the speed bump, so I went full speed, did a front flip, skid out, just hit my arm, hit my head, hit my hip. If you're on an electric bike, wear a helmet, because these things are sketchy.
Speculation around John's status after leaked footage surfing logs.
Have you been watching John surf at logs the last couple days?
I have.
What do you think?
Well, I saw him surf, like his first surf back about 10 days ago. And there was no way in hell I thought he'd be capable to surf in the Pipe Masters. Yeah. He was looking blown, like his knee was looking sore. And then, like a week later, he's getting like blown out at 8-foot tubes and doing his big man hacks again. But it's just testament to how much of an crazy athlete that guy is.
Ivan Florence, who has been a stand-up at Pipe this season, unfortunately broke his arm throwing down at the Vans skate jam and has officially pulled out of the trials, and he's being replaced by Harry Bryant. So you're in the Pipe trials. What went in your mind when you knew this?
I'm still kind of processing it. I only found out today, but I'm just going to try and do Ivan proud. I would have loved to have seen him do well out there. He's such an amazing surfer, and I feel like he's been surfing so good like this winter up and coming to that. So I haven't surfed the heat in maybe like 5 years or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
This is your first heat in 5 years. Is at Pipe?
Probably, yeah.
The trials look sick. Bruce Irons, McCool Rothman, Nathan Florence is in the draw. And then I saw Eitan Osborne got a slot, and Longrom. The trials are always, like, to me, one of the funnest parts of the Pipe Masters, because there's always like heavies, guys that have like always been there, Jamie O'Brien, and then young kids that are like dying to get into it.
And now, butter knives.
We have Harry's very pointy, long swallowtail that he shaped with a little help of a friend.
After I broke one of those duct tape boards, kind of frantically tried to find a shaping bay, and me and Al borrowed Eli Olsen's dad, EO's shaping bay. Yeah, me and Al just kind of spent a late night in there, and this is kind of the product with it.
This is a board Harry and I made at EO's spot, prestigious North Shore garage. He's just a North Shore entity. He has this board he likes a lot right now, 7.4 by Gravel. It's a kind of a vintage find he's been riding, and he wanted to make another version of it.
This blank was laying it around Peyser's shop, and they said that the rocker doesn't match Peyser's standard rocker, like it was just kind of like a one-off blank. Boards like this need a lot of nose rocker, and any of the boards that I've kind of liked to shape, I love having a heap of rocker in them.
Harry's probably made like 8 boards or something.
I think maybe 9.
They all look really great, so I didn't really know what I could do to help him.
It was good just to have a little side project. I love how thrashed it is already, and I've literally caught 3 waves on it. It looks like it's like 20 years old. Just surfed it out the front of the house at logs, and like just sat out the back and tried to pick off like a rolling one from out the back. One actually came and almost was a good one, but it just kind of pinched me, but put it in a pretty critical part of the wave, and it kind of handled pretty well. Passed the test. You know, a lot of people, they're very like nice and smooth, and Al's just like just mowing foam. But it's cool how it, just to see people's different approach on making a board.
90% 90s, 10% 70s, complete with the CBD infused decal there. Glass-ons.
I don't know, I still have no idea what I'm doing, so I just try and do the best that I can, but I'm kind of maybe in the middle. Like, don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just like a madman on the planer, like. Yeah, I've never ridden a board that I've shaped in Hawaii, but it was pretty interesting, like paddling out. If you get a good wave on a board that you've watched from start to finish, it makes it a lot more special. Yeah, I'm looking forward to riding it, maybe in the trials. Could be my backup board.
Well, my kitten's gonna be my injury. That sucked. Yeah, I'd say my lion just kind of as far as support goes, I would say Matt McGillivray. The guy was outside the shot of qualifying, needed to basically make a final here in Hawaii and ended up pulling it off. Yeah, just to see where he's come from and how much he's grown as a surfer, as a person, has been really inspirational, and I'm proud of him, and yeah, I would say he's my lion.
Harry, your kitten and lion.
My lion, we Uncle Chemo and the West Side boys. They took us over for a really traditional Hawaiian Thanksgiving 10 days a week ago. I feel like now they're lifelong friends of mine, and I'd love to catch them every time I come back to Hawaii. But that was a really special day. Everyone was just, you know, dancing in the car park and like just having a good, honest time. My kitten, probably my little kitten KB, having to go home this week. That was sad times. She's been dearly missed the last few days, but she had a good run. Yeah, we did heaps of cool stuff. Went swimming with the sharks, went helicoptering, lots of good times.
My kitten is any of those Super 73 bikes that are parked in a parking space. My lion this week is Vans Triple Crown Rookie of the Year, Morgan Sibilic. Morgan's provisionally qualified for the 2020 World Tour. Only a year ago, Morgan was working at the local Rip Curl store, and last year he didn't score higher than 1,000 points in a single event on the QS. And this year he blitzed the whole field and qualified.
There's so many good surfers have come out of Newcastle. Yeah, they definitely breed them good in Newey.
Well, at the end of this episode, thanks for watching, guys. Thank you, Harry, for being here. Do you want to sign us off in this camera?
Thanks for coming. See you next time.